Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Satisfactory. So when we had left off, we had, last stream, we had finally gotten our hands on the Miner Mark III and upgraded a bunch of things around our world. And we had also kind of started toying with nuclear power. We made some mistakes in the initial setup. We're not going to get to the uranium for a long time because we have a lot of work to do first. I've done a little research, and the big problem with nuclear power plants is what to do with the waste. So we're going to want to process all of the waste into plutonium fuel rods, which we can dispose of in an awesome sink and later repurpose. But for now, what we're going to want to do is lay out our grid, lay out our network of power plants, and begin planning for the future, putting down production that will take in the uranium waste and turn it into plutonium fuel rods. Julianne McLarney, welcome back to the channel. Good to see you again. Yay for genetic mutation creator. Yeah, radiation's very dangerous. It is what it is. So a couple things before we get started here. I want to make a new type of grid for myself to use with the hover pack. So we're going to throw down the blueprint designer, and let me just double check. We don't have access to another blueprint designer, do we? Not in our current tiers. What actually have I not unlocked yet that I'm going to need to? So I'm going to need particle enrichment for sure. We're going to need 50 turbo motors for that. I need that to make the plutonium pellets, the encased plutonium cells, and the plutonium fuel rods. Here in tier 7, I'm going to need the hover pack. Why don't I get this going? Let's see, I need motors. What is this? Computers? Okay. Let's go into here. Let's get some motors. Let's get some computers. And let's get some heavy modular frames. There we go. Need some more motors, looks like. All right, let's go grab some from the device since we're not going to have quite that many in the dimensional depot. What do I need? Another 140? And maybe a stack for me. Pila Chu, welcome back to the channel. Good morning to you. So we're going to go ahead and unlock the hover pack here.
Milestone reached. The hover pack draws energy from nearby power connections, and so can only be used in their vicinity. It provides an excellent vantage point of your work, which you clearly need. Otherwise, you would have optimized that obvious problem by now.
Rude. Okay, so the hover pack, I can make 18 of these. Let's just make one, shall we? Yeah, Pila, I saw in Discord that you were playing Like a Dragon this morning. I was very excited to hear what you think. How is it so far? I know you're very early in, so you've probably only watched 6 hours of cutscenes and haven't actually played the game yet, but what are you thinking? Is it good? Is it similar to Infinite Wealth? So with the jetpack unlocked, we will need to get the particle enrichment beam, which means we're going to need to get some more turbo motors and a few other things, but we'll get to that in a moment. With the hover pack unlocked, what I would like to do is make a new foundation block for myself that works with the hover pack. So, ideally, let's see. So my idea is sort of that I'm going to have power lines embedded in the foundation so I don't have to think about it. I've just realized if I do a 5x5, it won't quite work the way I want it to because I won't be able to go around the, I won't be able to go on the outside edges. Let me go ahead and get myself a little tower to stand on to see what I'm doing. So I think if we place our existing foundation block in the center here, this should work just fine. We can kind of like, let's see, that's 2 meters on a side, looks like. That should be perfectly centered. So now, if I go into power here, do I have... I only have the Mark 1. I'm going to need to get my hands on the Mark 2. Which means I'm going to need tickets, and I'm going to need an awesome sink. An awesome shop. Let me get my tickets out. Beginning's boring as in any JRPG. You need to get used to controls, but the story's engaging so far. Okay, good. Hey, Red Rax, welcome back to the channel, buddy. Good to see you. All right, let me get my tickets out. And let me get an awesome shop down. I want... the wall power outlets Mark II, and these are unavailable, but I want these for sure. Let me get those. Okay, very nice. Put the tickets away and get back to designing. Set the game to unlimited frame rate on 144 hertz monitor. Looks great. Good. That's good to hear. Okay, so the new idea that I had was that I would seed all of these with lines. So let me get wall outlet Mark II, and then in the middle of each of these, I'm going to throw down a wall outlet. Like so. And then we're just going to connect them all up. So you're going to connect here. You're going to connect here. You'll connect here. And you'll connect here. So then we got a diamond going all through this, and I should be able to just hover anywhere over that, anywhere that I've used this to build a platform. I should be able to guarantee myself that I can hover anywhere, as long as I connect up the chunks and then connect them to a grid. So I think what we're going to do here is, let's see, what was this called? This is Foundation 4x4. Okay. Let's save this over the 4x4. Foundation. Yes. Okay. Let's save that blueprint. We'll add another foundation icon, I guess. Yeah. Okay. So I definitely wanted to get that done. I wanted to have that available to try and see how that works. Okay, we'll need to do particle enrichment later. For now, I guess I'm gonna fire myself over there and start laying down some of this foundation. Do you have the power to hover? Yes, Red Rax, I got myself a hover pack. So we're gonna go try it out right now. We'll see how this works. So we're gonna need to have the uranium come down the side of this mountain. It's gonna be kind of brutal to get it here. Then it's gonna have to be processed into the rods that we can burn somewhere down here. And then once we have the uranium rods, then we come out to power, which is gonna be kind of out here-ish. So let me go ahead and get started laying down some foundation, and we'll get out there and sort of make this, see if we can make this happen. Okay, I am going to want you to be gone forever. And probably you as well. Anybody else nearby? Maybe you, probably you. Probably more later, but that's enough to be starting with. Okay. Why didn't you disappear? There we go. Kasuga doesn't have his visions yet, but talked about Dragon Quest for 2 minutes straight. He's a Dragon Quest fan. Dragon Quest has a much bigger popularity in Japan than it does here in the States. I know that. I don't know how it is in Poland. Like, for me, Final Fantasy was the game that came over first. Final Fantasy that was the game that sort of began everything. All right, let's get started laying some foundation here. Okay. So what I'm going to want to do is build out... I think that should be enough room. I think we'll just build out left and right here. These will be platforms for the nuclear power plants. I appear to have done something wrong. Oh, right. Because of this, it doesn't quite connect right. Interesting. Interesting. So that's actually not going to work for me then. Because I need them to connect exactly. I mean, I guess they're a meter apart. No, that doesn't work. Okay. So then, how would I fix this? I guess I would have to do it internally. Or what I really want is the ability to place one of these. Like, I want to be able to rotate it so that it's on top instead of having a power pole. I'd like just a little unobtrusive thing. Yeah, this doesn't quite work the way I'd hoped. I mean, it's not unusable. But it offsets these things so that it's going to be hard to connect other platforms. It's not really going to work for me. How would I do this? I guess it would be best to put it on one side only. No, even that doesn't work. Because then I can't make a grid if it does this. Okay, so that's not going to work. I'll have to try something else. I guess what I could do... All right, let's go home and try that again. Final Fantasy is the most famous JRPG franchise. Agreed. Hard agree. Hard agree. All right, let's see if we can build something else. Let's start with a 5x5 maybe, and see if we can embed things and then clean it up. Okay, so if we have our wall outlets on the inside of a square like this, right? It should still work, but now we can maybe get away with not. So we'll go like this. Missing wire? Yikes. Okay. I do not need to be missing wire at this stage of the game. Thank you very much. Let's get a dimensional depot going for wire. I actually need wire to build it. That's hilarious. All right. Okay, that sees me some wire. You want to play Xenogears 2? Xenogears is going to be a hard play. Xenogears is a PS1 game. Like, it's the graphics and the quality of life features are going to be way, way, way less than modern games. Not saying it's not a good game, but it's going to be rough. Hey, Mikos, welcome back to the channel. Good to see you, buddy. How are you doing? All right, so this will work fairly well up to a point. So I feel like maybe one across the middle just for safety's sake. So this kind of this would work fine. This would have everything embedded. The problem is where do I put the connection in? You know what I mean? I'm trying to remember, is there a way to get a sideways wall? So if I put down like, hold on, if I put down like a wall piece here, let's try something like this. Because I need it to line up. Maybe I can get them on the outside like this. Hold on, I need this to be consistent, so it's the left side. And then, hold on, let me get rid of the corners here. And we'll come down to the ground. This might work. Hold on. This could work. So I go like this, right? And then I put down some more of these wall thingamajigs. Actually, I might get rid of the ones I have. Yeah, this will work better, I think. Hold on. Then I don't need these on the interior. Because I can still get them going. Yeah. Hold on. I think this could work. So now with those walls in place, I can get the one-sided wall outlet Mark II. And I can put it on the inside like that. That'll work. Now, it's not going to clip through the way I want it to. Hold on, can I... No, I can't do like a half step there. Isn't there a way to do a half step vertically? I've forgotten all the tricks for building that I used to know. So... I think I do need these back where they were. No. I need you lower. I need you... How am I going to do this? This isn't what I need. Hold on. I know what I need. I know what I need. Okay, hold on. Get rid of these first. So we got to do the wiring first, and then place the foundations after the wiring set. That's how we're going to do it. Okay. Doing great. And you? I'm great, Mikos. I had a nice good 7 hours of sleep. I'm up. I'm playing Satisfactory on the internet. Life is fantastic. That probably turned into a... That random nonsense probably turned into a mess of pixels for you guys. Apologies. Okay, so now I want to place a piece of flooring right here. Like this. One tick away. Like that. And then same thing here. Like that. Right? So these are the external connections, and they're going to connect to internal connections, and the internal connections wire through the flooring that we're going to replace later. So you want to get this just right. You go there. I think that's what we want. I think this will work. Hold on, did I get this last one? I didn't get one here. Okay, so you... All right. This is going to work. This is going to work just fine. So these are the external connections on the corners. They'll be popping up from the edge of the Now, this could cause problems with building. I don't know. It might. I might have to delete some of them in practice when I'm out there using this in the wild. But for now... get the wiring down. And then we can delete the staging frameworks and get the actual final flooring in place. Okay. So you go away. You go away. You go away. And then you and you three. And now we lay the flooring, and now then we're done. Didn't you say you gave up on Xenogears? I did, yes. I played it many, many years ago and ended up giving up on it, unfortunately. It was too... I was too unwilling to put up with its flaws to get to the story. If that makes sense. Okay, so there's a 5x5 that should snap together perfectly, and then at each corner, we have just a little teeny tiny wall outlet popping up, which should be connected to a grid, and this should be great for hovering. Because the entire, like, I should have hover coverage anywhere that I have this platform. I think this is going to work. Let's see. I need to save this as 5x5. Let's give it a directory, foundation, add blueprint here. We'll select the icon as maybe wall outlet, Mark 1 or Mark 2. Mark 2, there we go, select icon. Just as a reminder that this one's electrified. And let's save that blueprint, okay? All right, let's go try it out. We'll have to give it a shot and see if it works. So I'm going to change my blueprint hotkey here to the 5x5, the new one. And we're gonna head over there and get this grid set up and connected and see if it works. Okay, on target. I think I'm actually going to go out just a little bit further here before we start building the final platforms. I think I'll go out 10 more just to be safe. All right, so let's place down the first one of these. Let's lock that in place. That looks correct. And then if I go into blueprint mode... Yes, now everything tiles correctly, and we can see there's my connections, right? There's my two connections. I wonder if I want to... It would be a pain to go redo that, but I'm not sure I'm a huge fan of what's going on here. I think I'd rather have them aligned, correct, the same way. Either both facing one direction or both facing another. How would I make that happen? Oh, this is tricky. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of that look. You know what? If I'm going to be making a lot of these, I do need to have it right. Let's go fix that. You can rotate the blueprints. The problem is I have all of them in a spiral shape on the blueprint, so no matter what I rotate, I would have the same problem. But it's pretty straightforward to fix, I think. I guess I need to stop deleting the blueprint designer. All right, let's load it up. We're very close to what I want here. Let's load up the 5x5. And then what we're going to do is... Okay, so I want you two facing the same way. So I need to fix you. Okay, so I want the two wall segments over here. And we're just going to change you to face a different way. Like this. Get you connected up. Put this back. Okay, so now those two are facing the same way. So as I tile left to right here, they'll both be facing inward like that. And then I'll do the same thing over here. I think... Yeah, we'll have we'll have them facing each other. So we'll have this one. We'll fix this one. That's facing the same way. That's facing the same way. Yeah, I like that better. I think this will work better. Let's save that. Now, where did that get set? That got set in the right place. Okay. Sometimes the blueprint designer is weird about the directory. All right, let's go try this out. I think it's a small change, but it's going to make me feel better. A Xenogears remake? You could do it yourself, you think? How would you get access to the original source code, though? I mean, I know you have your ways, and you have access to a lot of interesting places and people, but wouldn't that be tough to get your hands on? Also, source code for the PlayStation would not... I mean, I would think it would be a little bit different than, like, a PC game. Like, the original PlayStation was probably a pretty custom device. All right, let's try this. Did that work right? See, there we go. That looks a lot better to me. Having them like that. And so then to connect this grid, like all I got to do is this. And then both of these are connected to the grid now. I can also go like this. Ooh, hold on. Bring that over to here. Nope. Bring that along here. As far as this will go. Bring this over here for now. We have power nearby. It's on a tower on the other side of the mountain, though. Okay, let me go back and do this part again. You have no connections with Square Enix anyway? Oh, you're saying remake, not a remaster. Got it. Okay. That would be an awful lot of work, though, to remake it without, like, to remake it from scratch. All right. So we have power going up there. We don't need to go all the way up there. We need another power connection down to the beach now. Let's grab you. Move you down over here. That looks good. Where exactly is your power coming from? I don't remember. I guess it doesn't matter. Can I put you over there? Looks like it can. Okay, that looks good. Let's get over to this bad boy. Get you down to the coast, shall we? Looks like we can go right down there. And you're kind of awkward here. I think I rebuild you. Yeah, I rebuild you. A little bit more sensibly. You connect over to there. And then you come down to here. You head down somewhere like down here. That looks... It's clipping through the rock a little bit, but that's okay. And you can start making your way over to the beach. There we go. Okay, so now let's test it out. If I put the hover pack on, I can hover here over this power line. And then I can hover, I think, anywhere over this grid. Yeah, anywhere over this grid. It's fully powered. You can see me swapping between lines. You can kind of see it happening. Let me go up a little higher. You can see me connecting to different power sources. But because they're all embedded and connected, I'm going to be able to hover anywhere I want on this. And bonus, for any machines that come in, we don't need to like string a bunch of lines around. We just connect it to the nearest Walmart outlet. This I'm happy with. This I quite like. So there's the hover pack in action. Pretty stoked on that. How high can I get? Wow, you can get pretty freaking high. All right, let's build out a little bit more space for our nuclear power plants, shall we? I guess we'll just head this way for now. Now, what happened there? Why did I... Oh, because I didn't connect them up yet. Right. Okay. Makes sense. Got to connect them up for it to work. And now I can float again. Cool. Yes, let me replace this ramp with the power line. There we go. That's helpful. Are you guys connected? Already connected. Okay. So the next question becomes, we need 15 power plants. So how, like, am I going to be able, I'm going to fit one in each of these 5x5s? Is that what's going to happen? Like a Dragon, pretty exhausting to play, right? It's very story heavy, a lot of cutscenes. It's kind of a tough game to get into the first time you play. All right, let's see about putting down some power plants now. Okay, so in terms of foundation, looks like 5x5 is about right. Let's see, how are you doing in terms of... Okay, you need to be... Huh. Are you exactly 5x5? You're a little bit bigger than 5x5 here. So left, or forward to back, it's a little bit larger. Than I thought it would be. I think I'll push it out to there, and then we'll build more stuff on the front in a minute. But I can get one of those on each of these things. Can I place you, like, right next to that? Why do you look like you're not lined up correctly? Let me lock that for a second. Why does that look like it's forward? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You shouldn't be... Is that right? Yeah. That should be centered on the middle. Yeah, that block should be centered on the middle piece of the 5 block. Let's see how this looks in practice. Yeah, okay, it looks good. The hologram's a little weird, a little off, but this looks pretty decent. So we are going to need 15 of these, which is crazy. So what's the deal? I want it on that line and then middle centered. Okay, there's 3. There's 4. This is pretty cool. Getting this down like this, I'm digging it. Am I missing something here? I'm missing cable now. Okay. Well, still, my first 4 nuclear plants are down. It's going to be a long time before we're feeding in the uranium rods and taking care of the waste. This is looking pretty good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we probably need... If we're having 15, then we want 7 to each side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna need one more platform over here. Connect it up. I'll have to go back and get some cable. But I can get this placed. And then... we can get over here and place 7 more platforms over here. So 1, 2, 3. Four, 5. Six and 7. Here's the power of blueprints to get these like platforms laid out and have wiring and hovering and all this stuff. Like I really love the blueprint feature in this game. It's fantastic. Okay, we're gonna need a bunch of cable. Looks like, to get these things built. What's actually going into these? Oh, supercomputers. I'm gonna need heavy modular frames. I need to build like 12 more of these, so I should stock up on some stuff. Supercomputers are gonna be a problem. I should get some stuff going there. Let's grab some of this. That seems fine. Wire, we're okay. Cable, we'll grab a bunch of that. Nope, I don't want all of it. Maybe like that is fine. What else does it need? The heavy modular frames. I'm gonna need some of those. Some alclad sheets I'm gonna need. And the supercomputers are gonna be a bit of a problem. Did I make any more? What do I have over here? I have... You're making radio control units. There's buttloads of that. Okay. You're done making, so I'll take my summer sloops back. Oh, I found out where my other summer sloops are, by the way. I have to go get them. But I uploaded my... There's an interactive map editor for Satisfactory, and I uploaded my save and kind of filtered down so that the only thing on the map was manufacturers. And I found I've got 3 Caterium computer manufacturers over there somewhere, and there's 12 summer sloops in there. All right, supercomputers. I need some more here. I definitely need more supercomputers. That's a problem. What about you? Turbo motors? How many did you make? Just 18? I could probably use more of you, but that's a later thing. Right now, I do need the supercomputers online. So you're going to need plastic computers, AI, like a lot of plastic. Computers, AI limiters, high-speed connectors. All right. Let's get the plastic first. Because there's a lot of it that we're going to need. And then we get computers, high-speed connectors, AI limiters. AI limiters are here. Are you? Yeah, you're just slow. I don't have a great other use for you, so yeah, I'll take all of you. Just make as many supercomputers as I can. High-speed connectors. Probably don't need quite as many. And then computers. Sure. Let's look at the ratio for a second here. So it's twice as many computers as AI limiters, more high-speed connectors. So we will need more computers, and then a lot more. You know what? It's fine. We'll get it started with what we have here, and then we'll fix it later. All right. Do any of these lines have anything on them? You two do. You are AI limiters. It looks like you're plastic. Okay. That means you guys can be computers and high-speed connectors. Okay, very nice. All right. Can I in place change this to be industrial storage? Can you like replace this? No. Okay. Well, I can make a second container like this and loop it in. I should probably go get my other summer sloops. Although they are making the computers, so maybe not. Maybe it's fine. All right, you're making supercomputers for me, right? I'm gonna need those to build the nuclear power plants, apparently. Let me go get all my stuff here. And let's head back and make some more power plants, shall we? When you open Like a Dragon without a controller connected, it shows a giant screen that says, "Really, Yakuza use a gamepad?" Yeah, I mean, it's pretty good deal to get it later on. You know, if you buy a game like 3 years after it came out, you can usually get a pretty steep discount. Okay, we're back. Let's make some more of these things, these nuclear power plants. So we're gonna have to figure out how we're gonna route in the nuclear fuel rods and route out the waste. We're also gonna need to get water in here. So we'll do routing for materials first, and then we'll set up the water extractors, I think. But let's get the actual power plants built first. So that's number 15. We want 7 on each side. That's 3, so we want 4 more over here. Let's see. We want you... Like that. Now, why are you having trouble there? Oh, are you backwards? Yeah, you're backwards. Okay. That looks correct. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. 6. And 7. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So I have an extra square out here that I don't really need, but I think I'll leave it for now. So there's 8 nuclear plants. Let's get to 15, shall we? This is so cool. I'm very excited by this. Like, it's really cool to be building these. So the last time I built nuclear power plants was in my first playthrough in 2020 on update 2, or maybe it was update 3. And these were very different then. It was a very different experience. Is that right? Yeah, okay. Is that right? Before I build these all the way down the line. Yeah, that's correct. Okay. So that's 1, 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. And what am I? I'm out of something? I'm missing the supercomputers. All right. So I need more supercomputers for the last one. And we'll put one more grid down at the end here, too. Get that connected up. Okay, so we'll give the computers a little bit of time to grow. Meanwhile, we can connect these to the grid like this. Now, do I want to go like that? Or do I want to put... Yeah, why not? I guess that's fine. Not bad at all. That audio bug is very upsetting. It makes you feel like something's just gone horribly wrong. Okay, so like I said, we're gonna need some space out front here. Definitely more than that. We're gonna need at least one more of these. Because we're going to need to have input and output manifolds. I think we probably need even one more than that. Yeah, I think that's a good bet. Now I'm building these with I'm building these without the power connections. I'm wondering if that's smart. The thing is, I don't think I need it all the way out because we do have to also get the water in. So I think we need just enough space here. And I can connect the grids as necessary. Or maybe I should build a smaller one. I don't know. Zero Hoots Given, welcome to the channel. And Chris Shade, welcome to the channel as well. Once you get them all placed, the fun will begin. Looks good. How many you want total? I threw together 6 just to get nuclear started, but they're filled with fuel rods, so I think I can expand. So Zero Hoots Given, I have a nearby impure uranium node If you look at my notes on the right side of the screen, I have an impure uranium node up there that's going to give me 300 uranium per minute. And I did the math. That's going to work out to support 15 power plants. So I'm trying to build 15 right now. Hey, Compboy100, welcome back to the channel. Yes, we are going nuclear. We are doing the nuke thing. Got my hover pack working. Everything's great. Everything's grand. So I'll tell you what we do. Since we're not using my my foundation blueprint, we'll lay one more wire along the outside front of this row of 3, or these 3 columns of foundation. We'll connect that to the grid, and then those will also serve to connect to the water extractors at a future point once I get them down. So we are missing the supercomputers for the 15th power plant, but we should be able to go back and grab those any minute now. Let's wrap this up. And okay, now let's put down hover pad and power, whatever. So I want to go into power. I want wall outlet mark 2. I want to sink down here. And we're going to stretch this along the front of here. Oh, I guess I could get it connected up too. Does it like pop out if I do this? There we go. Let's bring this along the front as best we can. $15 is a lot, but it'll consume all the uranium, and I think it's a good starting point for nuclear. It's enough power that I'll be able to build for a long, long time before I have to come back and deal with like more power plants to burn the plutonium rods and deal with that waste. Chris Shade, you built 13 and it was a nightmare keeping everything balanced. I'm trying to be forward thinking here about how I'm gonna deal with the waste. So before I even connect up the uranium, we're gonna build the entire waste disposal system, as well as the uranium rod production line. And I think everything should balance out. I think I've got exactly enough uranium to power the 15 plants, but I guess we'll see in the end. This is one of those complicated projects that takes a while to build, and it's not until you're, 8 hours in and nearing completion that you realize, oh, I've made a terrible mistake. Let's get that connected on both sides. Okay, so now we've got some good works. There's 2 things I need to do. I need to run home and get some more supercomputers. And I need to go get my... Why is it always dark? Can it please be daylight more often? I need to go get my Caterium stuff. My summer sloops, rather, out of Caterium. Out of the Caterium computers. So did I get some supercomputers? I did. Very nice. Okay, we'll take those. That is a handy-dandy situation. So the... I'm not exactly sure where. I'm not exactly sure where the computer manufacturers are. There should be a line of computers over here somewhere, though. Yeah, here we go. Here's the computer line. So if I follow this back, we can find the manufacturers that have the summer sloops in them and take them back. Very excited about that. You're sinking plutonium permanent waste gives you anxiety? Yeah, no permanent waste. That's a disaster waiting to happen. That's a nightmare. We definitely are not going to be storing waste. We're going to be sinking plutonium. Okay, here we go. Here are my summer sloops. Let's take those back. Thank you very much. Okay, so that's gonna limit our production in half, cut our production of computers in half, but we're like mostly full here. And it feels better having all my summer sloops back. I was so like upset that I didn't know where they were last stream. It's messed up. Okay, let's respawn and get back to... By the way, this isn't exactly perfect the way this is set up. But there's not much I can do about it. It shoots me too high, you know what I mean? I don't want to be this high, I want to be more forward. And maybe we can set up another one. Because that one will get me up to the uranium if I wanted to. Okay, back to the hover pack. Let's get the last power plant down. Now that I have the supercomputers to build it. Let's see. You go right there. There we go. That's the last one down. I think that's actually wrong. I think that wasn't centered correctly. That looks right. Okay. Let's add you to the grid. And now we start working on manifolds, folks. So, uranium rods go in. Waste comes out, then we do water. So, I mean, it's a pretty simple manifold. It's just a very long one. Manifold with an L. Let me catch up with you guys. Forgot about nuclear waste, but I got one particle accelerator recycling it, but don't know how many you need per reactor. Oh, yeah, I don't know how to get there yet. I don't know how to do the plutonium stuff yet. Crichet did 9 on uranium, 3 on plutonium. Compoy says, did not understand the waste part. Waste is a nightmare, but you run it in a particle accelerator and use it to make plutonium, and then we just fly the rest of the waste on a drone to the middle of the ocean and store it there. I mean, that's one way to deal with it. Which is which? This is the input line. All right. So let's start putting down the splitter. I usually run my lines... I guess it doesn't matter. We're going to do it this way. So it's the... yeah, it's the left one here. Okay. It's too far away to auto-connect like that. That's okay. We can still make it work. All right, so this is the input manifold for the uranium fuel rods, which we have yet to produce. But that's okay. We intend to produce them, and they will come here, and they will feed in, and they will turn on the nuclear power plants. Or the nuclear power plants will burn them. You know what I should be doing, actually? I should be making sure that these are aligned correctly by getting the initial belts in. Nope. That looks good. This is going to be fine. I mean, we've done a million manifolds before. It's not surprising that it works. Everything's coming from the left. flowing to the right. There's a lot of them. There's 15 of them. It's a lot. Interested in seeing your manifold works out? Strife A, welcome back to the channel, buddy. Yes, we are going nuclear. Exactly. You're about to spend a week setting a network in the Dune Desert to grab coal and sulfur for turbo fuel. Yeah, I mean, you know, I think one of the mistakes people make is going too ambitious too early. I don't know if you need a train network for that. You just need one node that's near another one, and then you just kind of belt it to some... Why does that seem so much closer? Is that what we're doing? I guess that is what we're doing. You just need one sulfur node and one coal node near a little bit of oil and some belts. So, I mean, you can do the train thing if you want. If you enjoy it, if you have fun, that's fine. But, like, I definitely wanted to avoid getting bogged down by being too ambitious too early in this game. Now, this is a pretty big build. This is probably the biggest build I've done. But we're near end game here. We're in tier 7 and 8. So, this is where it starts to make sense to do big builds. And this is all local anyway. So it's not like I'm having to build a lot of logistics networks to get this to work. God damn, there's a lot of these things. We're almost done. 15 of them? Yikes. I'm gonna have to do this two more times. Once for the waste and once for the water. Okay. Now, I'm not exactly sure where we're getting the plutonium fuel rods, but they're going to have to come in from here. At some point. Now, I've just realized, having done this, that I'm going to have to clip through this line with the waistline, which sucks. I should have thought this through. I am not rebuilding that, though. Oh, it's going to clip through. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Why didn't I think about this? Do I have to redo this now? You know what? If it clips through, it clips through. It is what it is. We'll say that this is a very special lift that has a port on the bottom, and something good happens there. Where it just lets stuff clip through. Always do the lifted line first. Oh, and the water's gonna have to get by there too. That's pretty gnarly. You know what? Is this the way I want to do this? Well, I can still get the pipe connected there. Yeah, this'll work. It's a little bit of a little ugly, I guess. Oh, what's happening here? Why are you bending? Hold on. Is there something off about the power plants? Oh, I did make a mistake here. You're lined up on that line. Oh, wait, what? Why is that? That's behind the line, and that's... God damn it. Well, I've got a little alignment problem. Some men do. It's just one of those things, I guess. I'm gonna live with it. I'm not gonna spend... I promised myself in this playthrough I wouldn't spend hours, I wouldn't burn hours and hours trying to make everything perfect. I promised myself. This is functional, it'll work. It'll look pretty good from a distance. I'm not gonna come here and stare at the misaligned things for like hours. It's fine. But I thought I had that fixed, and I guess it's 1 meter off. the alignment there, which, yeah. Okay, let's do mergers here. I think, so the rods are coming along here. I think the waste comes out over here as well. Let's get some mergers on here and connect them up. Yeah, you'll be coming from the left. See, the pipe is going to have to go clip through as well. Yikes. Okay, maybe we do the pipes first to get them out of the way. How do you look? Oh, by the way. Yeah, the line's gonna clip right through the pipes. God damn it, it's so annoying. Well, I mean, what can I do? What else can I do? I could lift these up through that. You know, it is what it is. I'm just gonna have to live with the clipping. So this is where the water goes in. Each of those needs 2 water extractors. Hopefully there's enough room for this. I didn't think that through either. Well, you know, it's my first time. It's actually my first time building these in any kind of number, or really at all, because they've changed so much since 2020. I'll learn from this. If I ever have to build more power plants, I'll know, you know, what mistakes to avoid. And I gotta say, it was a good call. Whoever told me to get the hover pack, it was a good call. Worth doing. It's making this a lot easier than it would be on foot, for sure. Catch up with the chat here. Stripe says, I'm pulling in 1 600 line of oil using heavy oil recipe with a diluted packaged fuel into turbo fuel. Yeah, that maxes out a lot. That turns it into like you need 50 fuel dumps or whatever. That's a lot. Make it with a clean pipe. I don't actually have the clean pipe unlocked from the Awesome Shop yet. I don't mind too much how things look in this playthrough. The main thing I want from this playthrough is to finish the game. And I'm gonna need power to do that, so that's why I'm building this. Hopefully this power lasts me until like pretty much end game, but we'll have to wait and see about that. 15 of these is a lot. My goodness, 15 of them is quite a number. See, this is the point of the game where like having a multiplayer server would be kind of cool, because you could set up the design and then you could like have your helpers or your friends or whatever you want to call them. I immediately assume helpers because I'm the designer, I'm the engineer, and I'd be like, well, I'll do the challenging work, you guys do the grunt work. Then they'd be like, we're not playing with you anymore, Josway. And I'd be like, no, come back and be my slaves. But yeah, multiplayer would be handy for big builds like this. All right, let's connect up the waste line. Merger going right. Connecting this is going to be a little bit nasty through the pipe. I don't know if it's gonna... Yeah, it's gonna be an annoying clip fest the whole time. All right, let's just merge these. Let's get the mergers on first, then we'll do the belts, because this is pretty fast. You would actually be down for that, to be my little minion. I appreciate that, but I think I've gone far enough now that this is going to have to be a. I've gone far enough in single player that I'm going to have to finish the game single player. I might, in a year or two, do a Satisfactory multiplayer stream with viewers. But I'd probably do some multiplayer Astroneer before I did that. If you're really down for a clean playthrough. I wish I could show you how I set mine up from the plants. Well, you can take screenshots in game, right? You may not have OBS set up to take video, but you can take screenshots. If you join my Discord, which you can get from my channel's homepage in the link section, you can join the Discord. You can post pics of your setup in there if you want to. All right, let's connect the outputs here, and then we'll do the water extractors. I gotta figure out the spacing for the water extractors. It's got that little kink in it from the change in the Z-axis. Okay. So the plants are down. Input-output manifolds are set up. We're going to have water extractors pumping water in soon. Now, here's an interesting question. I believe they need 240 water. So, does it make more sense to get 2 water extractors or 1 for each and overclock it? I think 1 for each works, right? And we just overclock it? I'm pretty sure they need... Yeah, they need 240 cubic meters per minute of water. And 1 water extractor provides half of that. So, shards are easy to come by. I think what we do is we just get 1 for each and overclock it. I think that's the easiest way to do it. So, let's see. Production water extractor. I can line you up. What I've never understood how to do is how to line it up left to right with the other side. So like I can do this, but then it won't align with, well, I guess it kind of will with that. I guess I can build one in the middle and then delete them once they're lined up. Oh, that doesn't work. Oh. Oh, this works out perfectly, actually. It looks like... Nope, not quite. Hold on, are you're kind of lined up, right? If I build a pipe here, is that straight? I guess that's straight. There's something a little bit off about the one over here, though. Huh. Okay, I can do it. I can't lock it in, but I can kind of manually place it, I guess. See, and in this one, you can't really see it. Oh, wait, you can. Is that right? I think that is right. Okay. I guess I can align these fairly well. Like this. All right. Okay, this will work out. This will work out. Again, we got to do 15 of them, so it's kind of a lot of work, but we'll get where we're going. Okay. What am I missing? Rotors? I'm missing rotors. All right. Well, let me do pipes and power for these guys. Then we'll go back home and get a bunch of rotors and come back and keep working. So the next step, before we even start on building the input line, we have to deal with the output. We have to be able to get rid of the waste without storing it. So the next step is going to be, I think, plutonium. Oh, I don't even have it unlocked. The next step is going to be unlocking the next step. All right. Let's get you guys that we have connected to power here. I'll take one more line for you. And where's your power? Over here? Okay, so we'll place a line there. You can go to there. I'm not lining these up exactly right. Like that one's nice and straight. Okay, so I can make them more like that. So you're gonna be silent for a long time, you guys, because until the input and output lines are done, you're not gonna be able to pump too much water anywhere. But that's okay. You'll wait patiently, and one day the power plants will come online when I finish the build. Okay, I need a bunch more rotors next, and then these have to be configured. So each of them I need at 240 cubic meters. Now, can I copy this? I can't, so I have to do it manually for each one. Fortunately, I have, 65 shards or whatever. So I can do this right now pretty easily. Man, is it a lot of repetitive work setting up a big build like this? 15 nuclear power plants. It's a lot of work, man. I mean, hopefully the result is worth it and that we have a beautiful, fully functional, efficient system that provides me with buttloads of power. But we'll have to wait and see if that plays out the way I hope it does. Okay. So I need a bunch of rotors. Let's go home and get those. No clipping allowed, it's blasphemy? Maybe what I need to try and get into content creation with yourself. If you want to do, yeah, there's definitely an appetite for beautiful builds in Satisfactory. But get used to the idea that you're going to put like weeks or possibly months of work into a 10 to 15 minute video. And then, like, if you do well, you could get lots of views, but it's also one of those things where sometimes YouTube is just a crapshoot. You don't know what videos are going to get likes or not. Like, you'll need a really, really, really good thumbnail and maybe a clickbaity title. But it's not impossible. It's not impossible. All right, I guess we're going to do another one of these because I ran out of rotors and I don't like running out of stuff. Grab a handful for me. By the way, what's involved in this particle enrichment in tier 8? I need the fused modular frames, the cooling systems, and quick wire. Okay. Fused? I do have some. How many do I need? 100? Okay. There's the fused modular frames. Then the cooling systems, I need 200. So I can get that happening. And then quick wire, I need to go grab because there's not going to be enough in the dimensional depot. 2,500 quick wire. Okay. Okay, looking good. Damn, what was that?
Milestone reached.
What was that little
Project
fist?
Part number 9, nuclear pasta, can be created in the particle accelerator. The accelerator has vast and fluctuating power demands, depending on the recipe, so will need careful integration with your factory. Fix-It does not waste, so nuclear waste can be refined by the particle accelerator into plutonium for reuse in the nuclear power plant. Fun fact: Fix-It psychologists suggest factory designs reflect the minds of their creators in unexpected ways. On an unrelated note, your infrastructural choices have been interesting.
Why, that's not unrelated at all. You're making a psychological judgment about me, Ada. You horrific person. Okay, so technically we've unlocked all the milestones in tier 7 and 8. What I haven't actually done is completed automation of things in tier 7. So I need to deal with sulfuric acid. I need to make batteries. I need to automate radio control units and supercomputers. I have access to these because I built little boutique factories, but they are not automated. There's a lot of work to do. Then there's the phase 4 stuff here. So we are... And that's just tier 7. Tier 8, there's so much more to do. We got to get these control rods up and running to make the fuel rods. And then... package nitrogen gas. We've automated heatsink and cooling system, but our fused modular frame system, again, is boutique. Then we got turbo motors we need to do, thermal rocket propulsion. But we've unlocked this now, so we can start accelerating things into the plutonium pellets, the encased plutonium cells, and then the plutonium fuel rods. We're going to have to make these only just to sink them. Because it's not until phase 4 and tier 9 that you can deal with the waste from burning plutonium fuel rods. So we need to... You can't sink uranium waste, you can't sink plutonium pellets, you can't sink encased plutonium cells. You can sink plutonium fuel rods in the awesome sink. So that's what you have to make if you want to sink things. The bonus is you get a bunch of ticket points, but... So everything's unlocked, but we are nowhere near done with this yet. As for you... I think we're going to make another one of you. I think you're going to go like this. That's a better angle for you. And you're going to be... nuclear power, or power plant, I guess. Let's see if this one works better. I think it should. Let's see. I think it'll get me there with less vertical and more forward momentum, so I just get there quicker. Yeah, that's a better layout. That's a better setup. Oh, you know what? Need to make sure I can survive this. Okay. I did grab some rotors, right? Yeah, I did. Okay. So let's continue the pattern we've been using, which is building these. I don't know if that's a pattern. Okay, there we are. We're almost done. I need to remember which one I've already built and configured, so let's color you slightly differently for a moment. Let's make you chrome, so I remember that you're where I have to come back to. Okay, water. Water everywhere, but not a drop to drink. It's interesting. I guess it never really... The game never really specified the difference between fresh water and salt water. So, like, you could use ocean water like this. I mean, I'm presuming... I guess I don't really know that it's an ocean. Also, think about how much salt has to be dissolved in the waters of our ocean for the... Like, it covers 75% of our planet or whatever. It's so much volume of water in the ocean, and it's all salty. Think about how much salt has to be dissolved in there. It's insane. Mike G, welcome back to the channel. I apologize for not answering your question sooner. If you go into options and gameplay, there is a keep everything option here. So when I die, when I respawn, I keep everything. I don't leave a little box behind. Strife, you got tracks to finish. You're going to take off. Thank you so much for stopping by, buddy. Good luck with your build. Okay, we got to do power, then we got to do overclocking, and then we got to remove this ugly chrome. Actually, it's kind of a cool look. It's not bad. All right, so you're already configured. Yes, you're configured. So we need to do power now. Okay, we do power, then we configure, then we're done with the water extractors for now. And we'll start working on dealing with the waste, which we don't have a choice. It's gotta be dealt with somehow. I guess I'll build my first particle accelerator and see what that feels like, where that's gonna go. Okay, last step here is configure all these to 200. This is good. This is exciting. This is a big part of the build done. Like, the actual power plant is done. And the rest of the processing, well, I don't know what the particle accelerator stuff is going to look like, but the input side is a lot less of a hassle because the machines are going to be much more compact. So I won't have to be running around quite as much. We're probably still going to need a lot of things, but I might even be able to build some blueprints for myself to be able to make things a little faster. Okay. That should be it. Yeah, that's it. Okay. That's all the water extractors done. That's the power plants done. That's the input and output manifolds done. And it only took an hour and a half. Chris Shade, you posted some pics in Discord? Okay, cool. Hang on a second. Are you naturally like this? Yeah, you're naturally like that. Okay, hold on one second here, guys. We're going to take a quick detour to check out Chris's pics. Let me get a Chrome window open in Discord. And get it into OBS. What did you post it in? All gaming? General chat. Suggest a game? Ah, okay. I gotcha. Is it alright if I show your, Chris, is it alright if I show your Discord name here? Okay, let me get this into OBS. So Chris has posted some pictures here we'll take a look at real quick. So here is your input-output manifold. See, you did it correctly. Yeah, you did it fine. Open image in new tab. Image in new tab. Let's see. I don't know if this is translating. Yeah, it is. Okay, good. So you've got your pipe coming down and underneath, and then you've got a lift here going sideways, and another one coming up and out. I see how you did it. Yeah, that would have been the way to do it without clipping, I guess. That's pretty clever. Pretty well done. You can see it a little bit better from here. What he's trying to do. It's not bad. Cool. Thanks, buddy. Good tips. All right, so we're back to the game. Yeah, let's experiment with the idea of doing something with the particle accelerators next. So we got our 15 plants. Everything's connected to the grid. We've got our hover pack. Inputs and outputs are... Well, the belts are done. The water extractors are done. I'm pretty pumped at the moment. So let's take a look now. So we want to turn the uranium waste into plutonium. I believe pellets come first. So we turn... No, non-fissile uranium we have to do first. I believe. Yeah, we take the uranium waste. Oh, we need to combine it with non-fissile uranium. Oh, this is gonna get a little gnarly, huh? Okay. So we take uranium waste, silica, and nitric acid and sulfuric acid, and we put it in a blender, looks like, and we get out non-fissile uranium and water. Okay. Now, what are we going to do with that water? We can't, there's no way to like spill water back into the ocean. There's no output. There's no water, like you have a water extractor, but you don't have a water disposer. That's going to be interesting. I might have to loop some of that back into one or two of these power plants. Okay. So we make the non-fissile uranium. Then we combine the non-fissile uranium and some of the uranium waste to make plutonium pellets, and that happens in the particle accelerator. So 15 gets you 50. 30 gets you 100, and then you need another 25. So 30 to 25. So we got a 6-to-5 ratio using the nuclear waste we produce. 6 out of 11, or what's 6 out of 11? 54.5455% of the uranium waste has to be turned into the non-fissile uranium stuff. So there's a 6-to-5 ratio. Boy, that's not easy to deal with. So then let me follow the chain here. If we go further, right? And we get our plutonium pellets, then we just add concrete to get the cells. And yeah, there's no more problems with uranium or water, it looks like. So if we do the 6-5 split and get it correct, we should be okay. Let me think about this here for a minute. So one power plant, let me make some notes here. So 6-to-5 ratio, non-fissile, 6-to-5 ratio waste going into non-fissile and pellets. Is that right? I might not have that right. Hold on. Waste. So uranium waste goes into... We put 30 into non-fissile uranium and then 25 into the particle accelerator to get pellets. Yes. Okay. So that consumes all of that. I have to deal with the water output. We're gonna have to source the nitric acid, the sulfuric acid, and the silica. So we're gonna have to get that stuff over here. But the 6-to-5 ratio is correct. So for every 30 waste we use to make non-fissile uranium, we use 25 of that waste and combine it with what we output to make the plutonium pellets. And if I can get that right, then we have an exact situation. So how much waste do you produce? It doesn't really say. If I'm burning fuel rods, if I'm burning uranium fuel rods, how much waste do you produce? Is there a way to find that out without in the codex? I guess not. I'll have to look that up, I guess. Let me see real quick if I can look that up. Satisfactory nuclear power plant. Nuclear power plant. No, not fandom. Wiki.gg. Waste per rod. Uranium fuel rod. 100% clock speed, which is what I'm going for. Waste per rod is 50. Okay. Waste per rod 50. And we're going to be burning 0.2 rods per minute across 15 power plants. 0.2 rods per minute across 15 power plants. So that's what's 0.2 times 15? I can't think right now. 3. Right. So we're gonna burn 3 rods per minute, which means we're gonna have 150 waste. So 150 waste per minute. Okay. What about this 6 elevenths? The 6:5 ratio. So 150, that's our waste amount. Oh, I didn't write that down. Times, and then I want 6 divided by 11, 6 elevenths. So we need 81.81 of the waste going into non-fissile uranium production. And the remaining 68.1818. All right, well, getting that exact is not going to be super easy. But all right. So this is our first number. 81.81 repeat. .81 of our waste should go into non-fissile. So if we set up our machine so that it pulls it off the waste manifold at exactly that ratio and turns that into, blends that into whatever, turns that into the non-fissile waste and then adds it back to the remainder on the output line, that should be exactly right. That should be exactly what we want. Man, that is a nasty and complicated recipe, huh? So then, what are we talking about for the non-fissile? I know we have to get all these materials and stuff, but like theoretically, it's a blender making 50 per minute. We're using 37.5 per minute here. Let me just real quick, can I get to 81 on one blender? Let's go to production and look. Say I'm making, wouldn't it be stupid to put summer sloops into production of waste? That'd be hilarious. You might put summer sloops into production of plutonium fuel rods at the end of this chain. But non-fissile uranium, I need this number to hit 81.8181. So I think I might be able to do it with one. Let me find out. Hang on. So 37.5 over 81.818181818181 is 45.833%. So you want something like 220% would be roughly where you want to be. $82.5. 81.75, 218.2, 0.181818. 81.818. Yes. That should be exactly the amount of uranium waste I want to pull off this line and turn into non-fissile uranium. Now, that's also going to produce 32.727 water. So like I would need to feed this into, I could feed that water into this pipe and then valve limit this thing or underclock it so that all the water comes out of here. But one blender, I can do it with one blender. And we've got the waste line right there. So we pull the wasteline off, we put it into that blender, we take the output of that and join it with the rest of the waste, send that to the particle accelerator, and Bob's your uncle, we've got plutonium pellets. Then it's just a hop, skip, and a jump to plutonium rods, which I can dispose of, and then we can come back over here and actually make the uranium rods and turn this whole thing on. So I'm very excited. This is very cool. I'm really, really, really pumped to get this to work. I feel like I've got a plan now. I'm very excited, but I need to take a break. I need to go get some breakfast. I need a coffee. I've been streaming for like an hour and 40 minutes, and usually 2 hours I start to get itchy and antsy. I got to get up and move around. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I thought this was a very cool stream. I was very happy with how things went. Lots of cool folks in chat. Thank you all for chatting with me and sharing your ideas and stuff. I'm streaming this game every day. Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. I also stream a JRPG called Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. It's part of the Yakuza series. I stream those Monday, Wednesday, Friday in the morning, and then the rest of the day I'm streaming Satisfactory in the morning and early afternoon. We'll be back later today with another stream. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the alert button so you get notified when I come online. Love to see you guys in the stream again. Have a great rest of your Thursday. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today, guys. We'll take a break here. We'll be back later. All right, that's it for the stream. I'm going to shut it down. I'm going to hit end stream. You guys are not going to be able to listen to my gorgeous voice or see my amazing gameplay anymore. So sorry. But like I said, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.